Welcome to the home of WWE news, rumors, and gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
What is the new venture? What is the details? What is the economics? What is the backstage rumors and gossip? We're going to bring that up to you. Remember, it's so crucial. It is so important to this channel's success. Become a channel member or donate with a super thanks donation below. Let's get right into it without wasting any of your valuable time. It has been revealed online, ladies and gentlemen. This new thing with Vince McMahon, his new company venture. What is it all about? What is he bringing to the table? Ladies and gentlemen, the name of Vince McMahon's new company revealed in the same week that John Laurinaitis' People Power turned on the WWE, the same damn week. Vince McMahon has officially entered a new chapter in his business career with the launch of an investment firm called the 14th and 1. According to WrestleNomics, the former WWE chairman Vince McMahon is now targeting the sports, media, and entertainment industries through a structure that includes multiple business entities. All three were formed in Delaware and are based at the same Stamford, Connecticut address. McMahon is named as managing member on at least two of the companies. 14th and 1 Holdings is also listed as a member in the other two, suggesting an internal structure for managing different parts of the business: ownership, operations, and investment functions. In addition, McMahon filed two trademark applications with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office on August the 23. Brad Blum, a former WWE executive and longtime associate of McMahon, is serving as the firm's president. On his verified profile, Blum describes the company as a firm focused on sports, media, and entertainment. We are a disciplined, flexible, long-term capital and strategic partner primarily targeting buyouts, majority deals, as well as selective growth-oriented minority investments. We seek to partner with and empower exceptional management teams, providing deep expertise, capability, and relationships to help drive significant long-term value. The name 14th and 1 carries personal significance for McMahon. WWE.com once highlighted that the Capital Wrestling Corporation, WWE's predecessor, founded by his father, Vincent J. McMahon, was located at the center of 14th and 1 Streets in Washington, D.C. during the 1950s and 1960s. So far, there is no indication that the company is pursuing ventures directly to pro wrestling. However, a report from PW Insider described McMahon as working on a new entertainment hub company, which appears to match the structure in the mission of 14th and 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on Vince McMahon's new company, the name, the vision, and the future of it. And again, this is in the same week that Vince McMahon was dealt a big blow, just like the WWE this week was dealt a major blow. Catastrophic, some would say. Now, of course, this has also led to the following. With how catastrophic and how serious this is with this Janelle Grant, the sex trafficking lawsuit, all these different things being said, all these different lawsuits coming to light. There's been rumors, there's been gossip, quite frankly, there's been speculation among those in the know that what if or what will happen when. Some feel like it's not even a matter of if, but when. When TKO drops the WWE because they don't want nothing to do with this whole trafficking thing, because people are saying, oh, well, it's only Vince McMahon involved in the lawsuit. No, it's the WWE and Vince McMahon. So again, the WWE is under this microscope. The WWE is being thrown into the mix, is the fix-in for World Wrestling Entertainment. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. But that certainly is not all, because we have some very sad news to report on Big E, ladies and gentlemen, the former WWE champion. But before we get into that, the most surprising thing about Mariah May leaving AEW. What do you think is the most surprising thing about her leaving the company? AEW was well aware that she would be leaving the company, and sources near the top of WWE say that the wheels have been in motion for her to join the WWE. According to Fightful Select, The most surprising element within AEW is that Mariah May had a 2-year deal with no additional options year for AEW. Fightful also noted that Mariah May's contract hasn't expired as officially just yet. So your thoughts, your comments, and do you want to see Mariah May in the WWE? And do you think that she will be a great add-on, a huge fixture to the women's division? With Mariah May leaving AEW to join WWE, you got to wonder, how will the WWE position her? How will they catapult her? How will she be thrown into the mix, Mariah May, in WWE? With Alberto Del Rio expected to return to WWE TV, there seems to be a lot of backlash and outrage about that, and for good reason. For good reason. Ladies and gentlemen, huge news on John Cena, Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso, the current reigning World Heavyweight Champion, and of course, John Cena, the reigning WWE Champion of the Blue brand. According to the websites, the dirt sheets, and the newsletters, some 14,007 tickets have been sold for Money in the Bank 2025. So Money in the Bank is off to a huge, surprising start, a strong start. Fans should really play it smart and buy tickets the day of the event. They lower the prices the day so they can fill the place up. They start very high when first on sale. Also, ladies and gentlemen, some catastrophic news on Big E. Peacock has canceled the comedy series Laid after just one season, according to Variety, which featured the former WWE champion Big E. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, new WrestleMania rumors are a negotiation tactic. The Wrestling Observer reported that WWE is considering hosting WrestleMania in Las Vegas on a regular basis. It wouldn't be every year, but the city would host it frequently. However, Las Vegas is being considered as the location for WrestleMania 42, following the success of WrestleMania 41. Regarding the rumors that WWE could take WrestleMania to Las Vegas more often, many in the company believe that this is a negotiation tactic to encourage cities to bid more on the WWE. WWE considering a name change to WrestleMania. A name change to the Showcase of Immortals? If they do it in Saudi Arabia. Some feel that WWE WrestleMania should never go to Saudi Arabia. The fact that they're already getting the Royal Rumble, isn't that monumental enough? Isn't that big enough for Saudi Arabia? They also got the greatest Royal Rumble. Saudi Arabia has played host to some of the most memorable WWE PLEs in history. 5 matches have officially been announced for the WWE Worlds Collide. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, get some breaking news on AEW Dynamite that featured a colossal amount of superstars, from the AEW World's Champion Jon Moxley to Tony Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, 636 viewers with a 0.16 rating in the 1849 demographic, which is up from last week's 575,000 viewers. So AEW seems like they are on the up, and that's what's up. WWE is indeed planning a big match for Stephanie Vaquer on the main roster. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, according to those sources, the name of Vince McMahon's new business venture being revealed as 14th and 1, but on top of that, Bully Ray blasts AEW producers over women's no disqualification match, which is what the world saw if you indeed did watch AEW on Wednesday night. Mike Santana says that Trick Williams has no business holding the TNA World title. Is he about to change everybody's plans? Jonathan Coachman calls and clears the air on Vince McMahon's return to WWE after recent speculation online. Maven, good old former Tough Enough star, former hardcore champion Maven, reveals payday for Dark Side of the Ring appearance. According to him, he said that in 2024, someone from Vice Television contacted him to see if he was interested in filming an episode. When he found out the episode wasn't about him, but focused on Muhammad Hassan in his short, intense WWE career, he instantly said yes. So he wasn't allowed to tell anyone what was happening that day. Mentioned that the episode was about Muhammad Hassan or share any photos or videos. Let's see. Now that the contract I had to sign was by far the most extensive to date, and that was because of the confidentiality of the project. As for payment, Maven said that it was a good payday since he received $2,500 for appearing in the episode. Your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback on that. Pro wrestler Jaden Steele arrested in connection to a domestic violence kidnapping incident. Whoa, that's huge. That's major. That's big. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on a kidnapping incident to pro wrestler Jaden Steele, who is now arrested. What is this, Arrested Development? Remember to like, comment, interact, view. It's so crucial. Eric Bischoff suggests that Hulk Hogan should be involved in Goldberg's final match in the WWE. Whether or not that happens or comes to fruition is another thing. Another AEW star suffered an injury at Double or Nothing 2025. And here's the impact. Here's the significance of this. AEW Double or Nothing 2025 is still trending online. People are still searching it up. People are still talking about AEW Double or Nothing. That is a testament to the stability of AEW. Two massive matches have been announced for TNA against all odds. One of them being the TNA World title will be on the line. Eric Bischoff thinks and says that Vince McMahon could make WWE an offer that TKO would have to entertain. I'm on a plane, Kurt Cobain. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, we are now receiving word about the WWE NXT viewership for May the 27th that saw two new champions crowned on that night. It decreased, the rating, the viewership decreased with two new champions being crowned on NXT. Scarlett Bordeaux received a standing ovation after a mixed tag team match with Rhea Bloody Ripley. Karrion Kross reveals how social media boosted his wrestling career. And there's no doubt that Karrion Kross is on an upward trend due to online's social media. There is a belief that Hulk Hogan is disqualified from the wrestling Mount Rushmore. Easy for me to say. Do you think Hulk Hogan should be disqualified from the wrestling Mount Rushmore? Also, the WWE Hall of Fame is being ripped apart as random and inconsistent honor system. Do you believe that to be what the WWE Hall of Fame is all about? Inconsistent honor system. Triple H is being blasted for demoting Bobby Lashley after his WWE Championship run in the company. Do you think Triple H deserves to be blasted and ranted on and ripped apart for demoting Bobby Lashley? Jim Ross calls out the Nature Boy Ric Flair for taking credit for his marriage. Metro Boomin teases turned up entrance theme song for one Jacob Fatu, the current reigning WWE United States Champion of the Blue Brand on the USA Network. Ladies and gentlemen, huge updates, huge developments on the returning Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy could return to Canada soon amid ongoing legal efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest, the greatest, the newest, the hottest, the most significant, the most dynamic. Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for you, there would be no Seanzview. The deal is on the table for all of you to click, to like. And right here, guys, this is where all the magic, this is where we spill it all. This is where we tell it all. This is where we're uncut, uncensored, and uncooked, and there is no other feeling like it because nobody gives you the kind of energy, nobody gives you the kind of substance, nobody gives you the standards than the brash and the brazen, because each and every day we will come walking that line for all of you. And if you're not down with that, well then, if it's not brash, it's absolute trash. Subscribe. Plenty more to come, as we will not be overcome.